Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex.
And I'm Jay.
And we got some news updates for you from around the land of smiles. It's Tuesday, July 8th. Before we begin, please remember to hit that subscribe button, the bell, to stay up to date on all things Thailand. Today, we'll be talking about the economic impact of the cannabis law changes, the proposed casino bill getting axed, and a little later, a viral video of a family of 7 on a motorbike causing concern in Phuket. But before we begin, Jay, would you mind giving us a quick word from our sponsor?
Yeah, well, our sponsor, Fazwaz. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. If you ever thought about buying property, selling, or renting in Thailand, visit fazwaz.com.
Well said. We'll hear a little bit more about them later, too. All right, our first story. We're talking cannabis. Cannabis advocates protest the proposed recriminalisation over economic fears. Cannabis supporters protested in Bangkok on Monday against the government's push to reclassify cannabis as a narcotic. The move, backed by Public Health Minister Somsak, would limit cannabis to medical use only. Activists warn this would harm thousands of small growers and entrepreneurs who have flourished since the decriminalization in 2022. Concerns include economic damage, monopolization by big firms, and setbacks in medical cannabis use. Meanwhile, opponents cite rising youth use and increased prosecutions. The debate underscores tensions between economic opportunity, public health, and political interests as global research on cannabis continues. Very frustrating. It's interesting. It's nice to see the community coming together to support each other because, yeah, thousands of jobs are going to be lost. Tons of people have sunk tons of money into this industry, investing their dreams, right? Many people, there are people from all over the world, people that are coming from like Korea, Taiwan, Japan, places where the jurisdiction is not legal because they just want to be a part of this quote unquote green rush.
Yeah.
But what really sucks about it is the fact that Thailand can flip-flop on policy so quickly that, how can people feel comfortable investing any money in Thailand if the policy can change on a dime like this? So,
And it takes a couple of millions to do the cannabis right. People who are growing farms, the equipment, the lights, the distribution.
yeah, we've done videos for multi-million-dollar operations, and now it's like, what happens to them? What are their client base now? Look, there's still a big export market.
Export, that's where I was going to say.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah, a couple of our friends already export. But again, the multi-million-dollar companies and brands that have been here for a while, they were here even before it was legalized from a medical aspect. So they already have the infrastructure and export, network. But it's the other people that really get affected, the young entrepreneurs, the new entrepreneurs who use this as an avenue to start a business.
That's the thing, is that how many of these small businesses will now be shut down, and the consolidation of the market will be into the big boys that are able to afford and weather the storm. Very similar to, say, the alcohol industry here, where there's only a few big players in beer and liquor. And Damien also brings up a good point. Never seen weed smokers get into fights. Hong Tong, that's a different story.
Yeah, it's true.
That is, we are definitely talking more about drunk foreigners here than
who hasn't
the
had
stone
a Hong
ones.
Kong night. Anyways, for now, we're going to move on to our next bill, which takes us to the next hot topic around Thailand. Thai government withdraws casino bill amid political crisis and public pushback. There we go. Let's flop before we flip. Thailand's government will withdraw a bill to legalize casinos following mounting public opposition and political instability. The decision comes as Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra faces suspension and the ruling coalition loses its majority after the Phumjai Thai party's exit. Officials claim the move is to allow more public consultation, not fear. The bill aimed to attract investment and boost tourism through integrated entertainment complexes, drawing interest from global casino operators. Its withdrawal now puts other key legislation, including the upcoming budget bill, at risk as the government navigates a fragile political landscape.
Well, we were just talking about flip-flopping.
You can't flop if you don't flip.
Yeah, and again, like, who was lined up? I think there were already places lined up, like big international companies were already like, okay, it's coming, so we need to lay the groundwork.
Yeah.
Yoink.
Yeah, I feel
Psych.
like that. Yeah. I feel like it's. I get the same feeling when you go to a campfire with your friends and you just had a little bit too much Hong Kong and you're like, you know what, bro? You know what? We should go to Antarctica.
What?
We should go to Antarctica. We don't hang out anymore. We should go surfing. You know what? We should also
Hit the
Go-
slots.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we end up doing nothing.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Well, there's not a lot
I'm
of
just saying, like,
options now.
who's making these decisions? Like, a lot of the times, like, let's open a casino. Let's legalize cannabis. Let's do this. Let's do that. Wait, let's not do this. Wait, no, wait. What about? I feel like that's a good representation of the back and forth
Yeah.
of the government decisions.
Honestly, what I
Allegedly.
my understanding of it
course.
is that it's a lot of petty politics at the highest level. So basically, this all like. Let me get my corkboard out. Conspiracy theories a little bit. All right. This comes back to the phone call between Pei Tong-tan and Hun Sen.
Yes.
Where Hun Sen
Did her dirty.
did her dirty, released the audio, which caused some infighting, and Bum Jai Thai eventually withdraws from the coalition because of this phone call. Bum Jai Thai, famously the party that supported and introduced the cannabis legislation.
Yes.
Well, now Pheu the ruling party, is pissed off at Bum Jai Thai for withdrawing. So, hey, okay, well, we're going to attack cannabis because that was your thing. So then Bum Jai Thai now is like, okay, well, now we're going to withdraw support for the casino bill.
No casino.
Is that more? Am I wrong? Like, this feels like exactly these dominoes have fallen in this weird, petty way.
Yeah.
Which is like everybody's just trying to like get little petty backstabbing and revenge on each other over, you know, unrelated things. It's annoying.
What I'm
So,
afraid
I
of
don't
is
know.
what happens next. It's like, yeah,
I get arrested
You
for
showed me
speaking the
yours.
truth?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I showed you mine. You showed me yours. Now we're just standing here looking at each other, slightly awkward.
I just wonder where it ends. Like, I don't know if this tit for tat is enough or if we're going to see more infighting.
You love a good tat.
Anyways, well, let's move on to our next story, and this might have something to do with the last two stories. Apparently, Thailand is seeing a 34% drop in Chinese tourists, forcing a revised outlook. Thailand is facing a significant drop in Chinese tourist arrivals, down 34% in the first half of 2025 compared to last year. With just over 2.26 million visitors, China has fallen behind Malaysia as the top source market. The downturn is prompting tourism agencies to revise their targets, with estimates now capped at 5 to 6 million Chinese visitors this year, far below the original goal of 6.9 million. The broader decline has pushed overall international arrivals down to 4.66% year on year. Officials stress that China remains a vital market for Thailand's tourism-driven economy.
Yeah, there we go.
I kind of wonder what's behind that, though. You know, because China obviously they're not very pro-cannabis at all. In fact, they're the opposite. But I wonder what is it that's causing the Chinese to look elsewhere. Like if it's better, just more promotion for domestic tourism within China, because they have been doing pushes for that, or if other countries in the region are sucking up more of that, like Philippines, Cambodia, Vietnam.
Well, also, how long
be
does
both.
it last? I mean, you know, it's like a phase, like everything in life,
Yeah.
right? One thing, at one point, everyone's wearing Crocs,
Sure.
and then now it's not cool anymore. And it's the same for tourism, you know? Everybody's like, oh, yeah, you know, Thailand makes a cool movie, or Thailand has something really, you know, booming. And people are like, yeah, let's go to Thailand. And then eventually people are like, all right, I feel like I've had enough after a couple of years.
Yeah.
Let's go to Vietnam, or let's go here, let's go there. So it's just a phase. I think it'll be back maybe later, but
Yeah.
just relying on one specific,
Demographic.
yeah,
Yeah.
it might not be a good idea.
Yeah,
But then
I
again,
agree.
it is one of the most highly populated countries in the world. So
It is true.
Lost tourism is lost tourism.
Yeah, I think we're buffering a lot, by the way. Sorry. But I will say one last thing. Tony Hossein and Cobgo bring it up, the kidnappings and the passport ban or whatever. I'm not sure about a passport ban, but there have been stories about scam centers where Chinese have been lured into scams and then been held because they've been had their passport held. But that happens in a lot of Southeast Asian countries. I'm not sure that's specific to anyone, but it can be an issue.
Our next story is a only in Thailand. Okay, sorry. Viral photo of family of 7 on motorbike in Phuket sparks safety outrage. A photo of a couple in Phuket dangerously transporting 5 children on a single motorbike has gone viral, igniting fierce debate on Thai social media. Just another Tuesday. Captured in the Samgong tunnel where motorbikes are banned, the image shows none of the passengers wearing helmets, with small children clinging precariously. While some commenters expressed sympathy, citing poverty, others condemned the act as reckless and illegal. The debate has spotlighted road safety, poverty, and migrant issues, though local police have yet to comment on the incident. There we go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Oh, some are just hanging on there.
That is, yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of emotions. It's comical, it's dangerous, safety hazard, you know.
I mean, well, if your concern is
It's a classic only in Thailand moment.
sure, yeah, if the concern is poverty and too many children, that is one way to
Yeah.
thin the herd, maybe. Yeah,
Oh,
that's not safe, bro. Like that is very, very reckless.
He said
with
it.
The children just clinging for dear life. Imagine
Yeah.
the fear in that kid's mind. This is like that's trauma, dude.
Maybe he loves it.
Like,
He's an
it's-
adrenaline junkie.
I guess so. Like, yeah.
It's good and bad because then when he grows up, he only gets excitement through like danger and like the fear of death. He's like a super sport bike driver or something.
Okay, I don't, for me, I don't see a lot of good excuses for this.
Yeah.
At least, I don't know, wrap some bubble wrap around the
Yeah.
head. I'm not sure. There's got to be some solution here.
And again, this is very common. Okay, I wouldn't say 5 plus 2. 7 is a bit quite a lot of people, but 4 is average. Like it happens quite a lot, even in Bangkok.
Yeah.
A lot more so in like Phuket and other areas around the not around the capital, but
Yeah.
a very common practice. I'm not shocked by looking at this video.
No. Yeah, it's definitely something I've seen plenty of. But I'll tell you,
I mean,
seven's the
seven's a
most.
record. Yeah,
Seven's
seven's
the
a
most I've
record
seen.
for me so far.
Yeah.
But
Not only that, he was driving where scooters are not supposed to be
Yeah.
as well. This is like, not only that, you're not
Yeah.
even supposed to be driving here with one person
Yeah,
on the bike.
2 people on a bike is normal.
Yeah.
3 is casual.
Sure.
4 is kind of pushing it. 5 is newsworthy, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7, we're at the circus.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. All right. Well, anyways, another classic Thailand tale. A Pattaya restaurateur defends her revealing outfits as harmless marketing amid potential hygiene concerns. Let's see how down and dirty we're getting. The owner of Pattaya's Kai Yok Krok restaurant, Mrs. Napakon Nong Peach, has defended her use of revealing clothing in promotional videos after facing online backlash over hygiene. I don't know. Critics question the lack of aprons and hairnets, but she clarified the clips are staged for marketing only and not during real food preparation. Sounds like a good excuse. She assured that proper hygiene standards are followed in the kitchen with nearly 100 staff to support. She says the strategy boosts visibility during tough economic times. Despite criticism, the restaurant remains popular with both Thai and foreign diners. What do you say, Jay? Is this okay for promotional purposes? I think so. I think
You
it's
got to
fine.
do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's like the hot roti seller or the hot that seller. Like, hey man, if I had a 6-pack,
Yeah.
I would be shirtless 95% of the time.
Right.
I would be shirtless right now.
Yeah, it's true. But I'm not going to
I'm just
question.
saying.
Maybe you do have one of those under there.
I definitely don't. There's just horror underneath my shirt.
Yeah.
But look, I don't know, man. I mean, if I'm not paying her bills, I don't have any right to comment on her life choices. So let her do whatever she wants.
I think it's fine, too. Like, if she is, as she has defended herself, like, this is just for promo purposes. I'm not actually doing this all day, serving food in unsanitary conditions. By the way, speaking of which, how many times have you been to any of these markets around town and seen 100% full safety regulation guidelines? Doesn't stop you from eating that delicious food all the time.
Yeah, and we're talking about
yeah.
it. It's a marketing gimmick.
Yeah, exactly.
It's marketing.
That's
it's
my-
genius.
That's my point. Yeah. it
Nobody
is.
knew she existed until yesterday.
And, yeah, and I still, I don't think I'd recognize her without the. Okay. Anyways,
I've got my own 6-pack of Leo beer on my stomach/abdominal area. Mm-hmm. That used to be my joke forever in university, and now it's very outdated and cringe. But then that makes sense because I'm older.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's live and learn.
All right, moving on to our last story from Thailand. Phuket's new night market aims to revive local economy and tourism. New night markets in Phuket. In Phuket town, to be specific, that has unveiled the Plern Pao night market near Surin Circle, offering a vibrant new evening destination for locals and tourists. Open daily, except Sundays, from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. The market spans over 15 rai, with 256 themed stalls featuring food, crafts, and cultural events. That is a large market. Launched on July the 5th with support from local authorities, the project aims to boost small businesses and showcase Phuket's creative flair. Organizers hope the market becomes a nightlife hub and a symbol of community revival without repeating past fire-related setbacks in the city.
Yeah, well, hopefully that doesn't happen.
I
But
had
yeah.
to add that at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just want to make sure there are no more fires. What fires?
Wait, it's okay. Yeah. Look, it's a nice new market. Go check it out. I think. Yeah, and 15 Rai. That's a lot. Like that's really big. So there's got to be a lot of food to check out, cultural events and things like that.
Yeah.
And we just want to tell you guys more about what's going on in the hot spots. Phuket Town is awesome. I love Old Town. I love going over there and seeing the original markets that were already on over there. Super fun. Lots of live music. Why not? More to do. All right, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor before we move on to our ASEAN Now section of the show. And we're back. Thank you very much, Fazwaz, for being not only the best real estate portal in Thailand, but a sponsor of this show. If you got any needs, be it buying, selling, renting, maybe you just want to check it out, go to fazwaz.com. They got all of that covered.
Fast.
That's true. Now, on to our ASEAN Now section, shall we? Our first stop is the Thai-Cambodia border.
Yay.
We've been here a lot, but this is a little bit of a different take on the controversies over there. A secret border tunnel in Sa Kaeo has been exposed amid crackdown on call center gangs. Good news. Authorities in Sa Kaeo have uncovered a now blocked tunnel at the Thai-Cambodian border used by people illegally entering Cambodia to work for call center and gambling syndicates. Despite its closure, multiple illicit routes remain, challenging military patrols. Security efforts have intensified with barbed wire, CCTV, and joint patrols. People's Party leader Rangsiman Rome called for international cooperation to dismantle these criminal networks, which continue to adapt. Ongoing collaboration with Cambodian authorities aims to curb the cross-border operations, threatening regional security and local communities. Yay! Finally, the Thais and the Cambodians coming together to work on something that is actually affecting people, right? I don't think many people are too concerned about the quote-unquote territorial dispute that has been, going on for like more than 100 years, and not a whole lot of people are actually affected by that. These call center gangs are seriously affecting the tourism numbers, affecting the people who are directly related to them, who are being coerced into working for them. So seeing the two countries work together to combat this is good news in my book.
All right. For now, we're going to move on to our next story, which is 15 police officers in the Philippines are under investigation for their alleged role in the abductions and suspected murders of 34 cockfighting fans accused of cheating in matches. A key witness claims the victims were strangled, mutilated, and dumped in Tal Lake or burned. The alleged mastermind is a powerful gambling tycoon who owns several cockfighting arenas. The witness, now under police protection, came forward after threats to his life. Authorities plan to file criminal charges and seek international assistance to recover the victims' remains. The case has shocked the nation and reignited scrutiny of the cockfighting industry.
This is wild. So I must admit to something. I've been to a cockfight in the Philippines. It was absolutely a horrifying affair, but it is a major part of the culture there. And it's a community gathering. It brings everybody together.
Yeah.
The idea that people would be cheating in the gambling makes sense to me because it would be easy to cheat in the gambling. But if you cheat while gambling, does that merit your murder and mutilation and disposal?
Yeah.
And apparently this is a big conspiracy. There's like one guy at the head who owns police and has them do his dirty work. So now there's one witness at the center of all this. If you watched any gangster movies, man, this one witness being the hinge that this whole case relies on means that guy's in serious danger. And the fact that the police are trying to protect him, while also there are 15 police who are now on trial for this, makes you wonder how deep this conspiracy goes and if this man is truly safe. So hoping that keeping a bunch of eyeballs on this case will hopefully keep him a little bit safe. But then again, Epstein killed himself, so apparently that's all we know about that, even though there were plenty of eyes on that. So I don't know. Who knows? Conspiracies abound, but it is an interesting case, and I'm curious to know how it plays out. All right, moving on to our next story. It's one of my favorite, I get to say one of my favorite words in the world. Indonesia's Mount Lewotobi Laki erupts, spews ash 11 miles into the sky. It feels like we were just doing the story, but why not? I get to say it again. Indonesia's Mount Lewotobi Laki erupted on a Monday, sending volcanic ash 18 kilometers or about 11 miles high and blanketing nearby villages. The volcano, already on the highest alert level since June, yeah, it's been very active, released lava, gas, and rock flows up to 5 kilometers down its slopes. Authorities are considering expanding the exclusion zone beyond the current 7 kilometers. No casualties have been reported, but the eruption is the largest since 2024's deadly blast. With 120 active volcanoes, Indonesia remains highly vulnerable due to its position on the Pacific Ring of Fire. Laki, at it again.
Laki.
Yeah. Wild though, it's pretty good though that they're evacuated, that the authorities know, okay, it's been going off for more than a month now. But it's still going. Pretty scary. And you got to wonder, is it good that it's being released 1 month at a time? It's like, all right, cool, get it out. Or if there would just be like a massive Krakatoa level explosion, that's probably worse. So I think they're probably on the better end of things here.
Yeah. All right. Well, our last story from around ASEAN. Over 1.5 million Singaporeans to receive GSTV cash payouts of up to $670 in August.
Cha-ching.
There we go. Moola moola. More than 1.5 million Singaporeans will receive up to 850 Singaporean dollars in August under the GST voucher scheme, aimed at helping lower and middle income residents manage GST costs. Payout amounts depend on income and property value. Seniors age 65 and above will also get MediSave top-ups of up to 450 Singapore dollars. The scheme's income threshold has been raised to reflect wage growth, with 1.5 billion Singaporean dollars to be distributed this year. All payments will be made automatically starting from August the 6th.
They got money over there, and they do a good job of, doing the stimulus of the economy. Well,
Thailand loves a good stimulus as well.
Yeah.
Just not at the same level, I guess.
Yeah. Well, obviously
Sorry, Tan, what was it that when Srettha came into power, was it Srettha that said that they would give a certain amount of money to every Thai person, like 10,000 baht?
It was a digital wallet scheme, yeah.
20,000? How much was it?
10,000 baht.
10,000 baht. Okay. How much is $860?
That is more than 10,000 baht.
Yeah.
It's probably twice as much.
Singapore
I think,
dollars, 10, 15 maybe?
Yeah, but then again, the cost of living in Singapore is much higher as well.
Fair.
But yeah, also, they're probably a lot more effective at actually distributing this money than the Thai authorities, I think. So,
planning and executing?
As we've seen.
Whoa, Alex. You better watch yourself.
There have been some hiccups over here, I'm just going to say.
Watch yourself, son.
I am getting arrested.
You are not just getting arrested. You're going to disappear.
No, come on.
All right. Come on. I don't have to make up excuses. I'm just going to be here in front of the camera. You don't even need me to dox you.
I'll be fine. Right?
Allegedly.
Yeah. There's got to be people saying worse things than me.
He's just on holiday.
Yeah.
He's fine.
I have, hey man, you want to start a diplomatic incident, bro? I'll get Donald Trump over here, start dropping bows. He'll tariff the shit out of all of you. Okay.
I'm an American. I'm an American citizen. Just imagine.
Speaking of which, you did just slap some bad tariffs on Thailand, which I didn't even get into.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. 36%.
Something like that, yeah. Sorry, Thailand. Anyways, that'll do it, guys.
Yeah,
let's wrap up the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like more stories from across Thailand, please visit thetiger.com, or if you'd like to join in the conversation on any of these stories and let your comments be known,
at ASEANnow.com.
That's right. That's Thailand's largest English news forum.
Indeed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button here on YouTube. You can click that little join button to become a member of the channel and support us very, very directly. And we'll be able to give you high fives and swag bags.
We love and appreciate all of our members.
We do.
Thank you so much for supporting us. We have long-standing members. We've had members from the past who still join us now. Even the people watching us live every day. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget to also follow us across social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. If you go to our TikTok or our Instagram right now, you will see a lovely video of me with a snake in my pants smacking Jay in the face with it.
Yeah,
so, that was our work from yesterday. So like I said, you will catch some
groundbreaking
content.
Work that we do.
It's high art, baby. Where's my Oscar? Anyways, that'll do it. We'll be back with you guys for our Hump Day show tomorrow. But now let's dive into the comments and see what people have to say.
Yay.
If you like that story, please like and subscribe. And for more Thailand news, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok at The Thaiger, or you can go to thetiger.com and join the conversation.